Is the summer of 2023 the new timeline we need to set for ourselves for a Grand Theft Auto 6 announcement or reveal? We're going to be talking about all of that in this video today and a whole lot more. So this comes from Rockstar Games insider TezFunds2, who was responding to someone that said this. So guys, are we looking forward to any specific date for announcement right now? Or is it the same business as usual and just one day out of the blue, Rockstar decides to announce the game and break the internet? And he responded by saying you just have to hope for that one day to happen before July or August. That's assuming Rockstar would drop some hints within Grand Theft Auto Online's summer update, or maybe include a new activity like Red Dead Redemption 2's treasure hunt featured within the 2017 Doomsday Heist. If Rockstar was planning for something like that, details of the next game would have to be announced before the update releases. But this is all a big assumption. We could instead end up with a regular online update. So let's talk about the first part of that, which is it needs to happen before July or August. And the reason for that is traditionally and typically when we have seen our Grand Theft Auto Online updates happen. At least over the last couple of years, especially as Rockstar has scaled down the amount of updates we get in the game, they usually happen in July and August. If we were to go back a couple of years, it might have happened sometime around May or June, but that is no longer the case. Now, the reason we're talking about this is because Rockstar has a history of featuring hints for the next title in Grand Theft Auto Online. They did that for Red Dead Redemption 2. And if Rockstar is going to do that in Grand Theft Auto Online's summer update, obviously the game needs to be announced or at least revealed first. So back in 2017, this was in December, Rockstar had not only announced that Red Dead Redemption 2 was a game that was going to be coming out, they had given us screenshots, details, multiple trailers. They had also revealed that the game was going to be delayed until 2018, so all of that was already known. So when they put the couple of treasure hunts in the game, one specifically for the golden double-action revolver, and the other for the tomahawk or the hatchet or whatever it was, all of that info was already known. So it wasn't a surprise when on day one, we found out there was a treasure hunt related to Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, if Rockstar were to do the same thing with Grand Theft Auto 6, obviously the game would have to be announced first. Because let's say Rockstar did something similar, like they put a weapon or a t-shirt or something along those lines, we would obviously know about it on day one. That's the problem with Rockstar having the game on PC, is when it's revealed and when the DLC is downloaded, we can pretty much find anything new that they include in there. So if Rockstar were saving the surprise announcement for later on, after July or August, the surprise would obviously be ruined because people would become aware of what Rockstar put in the update. So long story short, what that means is if it doesn't happen before July or August, Grand Theft Auto 6's reveal or announcement, there's a high likelihood that it's not going to happen for quite some time in 2023. And there certainly won't be any content that hints to it in Grand Theft Auto Online's summer update, that's for sure. And that's what TezFunds2 is saying. If Rockstar was planning something like that, details of the game would have to be announced well before the update. Not only so it can make sense, so we don't just think it's a random t-shirt or it's a random weapon that they introduced, but also so the surprise is not completely ruined altogether. Now, technically, there is a way that Rockstar could do this without having to add anything new to the game that would just completely give away their surprise. In case you guys don't remember, when Rockstar teased the music locker and the Diamond Casino and Resort, they actually pushed out props around the map via background scripts instead of including them in the files. Remember, for the music locker, there was like literally music and construction noises that you can hear. And for the Diamond Casino, they ended up putting out a whole bunch of different like construction props right outside. And for the Diamond Casino and Resort Heist, remember that they sent us a text message, and that doesn't require anything new altogether. And what that does is it avoids any data mining. Now, the only problem with that is that Rockstar has to use pre-existing props and basically stuff that's already been in the game. If they included any new textures or any new models or whatnot, that would have to be patched in and it would be found by everyone altogether. So that would ruin the surprise. Now, one way that Rockstar could do something like this, especially since we know the game is going to be taking place in Vice City, maybe they could start adding props around the airport or near one of the terminals if they wanted to keep it kind of covert and secret with pre-existing objects. There's already a handful of Vice City inspired objects in game. They could start parking cars with Vice City style liveries, or there's beach towels with I Heart Vice City, or they could change all of the airport terminal signs to going and departing to Vice City. That could be pretty cool. But long story short, probably any cross promotion that's going to happen between these two games is going to happen post announcement. It's not going to be something that Rockstar sneaks in.
So right now is a very pivotal moment for GTA 6 development because Rockstar is allegedly transitioning from actually developing the game to instead working out all of the bugs, fixing any glitches, and really just making sure that the game looks and functions great. Now, Rockstar allegedly started development of GTA 6 all the way back in 2014, and over the years, Rockstar has went through several major iterations of the game. The majority of the changes have to do with the single-player story, and because there were so many major changes around the world over the past couple of years, Rockstar was essentially forced to restart development of the story of the game to ensure that it fits in with what's actually happening right now in the real world. One of the biggest challenges with GTA 6 and any GTA game is that because it is based in current time, Rockstar needs to make sure that the game doesn't feel outdated despite it taking many years to develop beforehand. Now, it seems like Rockstar has finally settled on a story that they are happy with and one that they think portrays the modern world, and right now they are pretty much done all of the main content of the game, and now they are moving on to QA testing, making sure that the game looks and functions great, and overall just all of the housekeeping stuff that comes into play late in a game development cycle. Now, according to Rockstar Games CEO Strauss Zelnick, Rockstar has been moving ahead swiftly with the GTA 6 development despite the leak that happened late last year, and he is confident that the game will exceed all expectations that people have for it. Now, this is something pretty big to say because in my opinion, the expectations and the hype level for GTA 6 is absolutely through the roof, even though there hasn't been an official reveal just yet. But the good news about all of this is that Rockstar is essentially done the content of GTA 6, which means that they can finally start marketing the game to the world and finally reveal what they've been working on all of these years. One of the main reasons why Rockstar hasn't revealed anything about GTA 6 just yet is because of the reason why I mentioned earlier, with them having to essentially redo the story of the game. Now with that problem out of the way, Rockstar essentially has free reins to reveal the game and market it however they want. So that said, we are still expecting a reveal in the next couple of months, hopefully at the start or during this summer season, and a release sometime in mid-2024. Now, this release timeline has also been confirmed essentially to investors of Take-Two Interactive, which is the parent company of Rockstar Games. During a recent investor call, Strauss Zelnick warned investors that there will be a major revenue boost sometime in mid-2024, and usually when Rockstar does that, that means that there is an upcoming game release that will be released sometime during that time period. Rockstar did the same thing with Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5, and it seems like they're doing the same thing with GTA 6 to ensure that investors are prepared of what's to come. Now, this does not go to say that Rockstar Games does not have a lot of work ahead of them when it comes to finishing off GTA 6. With a game at the scale of GTA 6, bug testing especially becomes extremely lucrative, so it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of people to finish working on GTA 6 before we get it in our hands. But one thing was made very clear by Rockstar Games CEO Strauss Zelnick, and that is that they are not afraid to delay the game even further if they need that extra time to polish things off and ensure that there is no crunch time. Now, crunch time is a controversy that Rockstar got themselves involved with back in 2018 with the release of Red Dead Redemption 2, and essentially crunch time means developers working overtime, especially close to the release date of the game, to ensure that everything is finished and ready to go. So Rockstar definitely does not want to get themselves involved in that same controversy again with GTA 6, so they're giving themselves ample time to finish the game and also giving developers a more relaxed timeline to ensure that everything is done and out the door ahead of schedule. Now, everything that's been said so far by Rockstar Games CEO Strauss Zelnick does suggest that the game is moving along smoothly and everything is going to plan at the moment, but as always, it could change anytime in the future. So at the moment, the release timeline we're looking for is a reveal sometime in the next couple of months, either at the start or during this summer season, and the release to be sometime in either mid or late 2024.